I have a few friends who are really great musicians. They can play strings, horns, keys, drums. My truth is, strings hurt my fingers, horns hurt my ears, pianos are too big and bulky, and drums, well, my mother shut that idea down before I was even born. But now playing musical instruments has totally changed. Innovators have given a nod to an orchestra in a pod. Here's Alie Ward to explain.
This little orb is not much bigger than a whole note, but it's so packed with technology, you'll feel like you have an entire band in the palm of your hand. The variety of beats you can make with this little marvel, endless. There are 4 parts on an orba: drum, bass, chord, and lead, and each can load different sounds. The interior accelerometer and gyroscope allow for motion sensing and touch sensing, so you can tap, wave, or just slide your finger to make music. I caught up with the man who led the Orba team, Artiphon founder Mike Butera. Where else? In the Music City.
When we're looking at an Orba, what do you call it? Do you call it a beat maker? Do you call it a music pod?
We tend to say musical grapefruit spaceship.
Okay, that was my next guess.
Yeah. We think of it like the cross between a musical instrument and a gaming controller. When I first came up with the concept, I really had to think about what were the different technologies that enabled this kind of sensor to respond to my gesture and create sound. So you need the sensor itself, you need to translate that into musical data. We use MIDI, which is kind of the way that computers can understand music. And then you need to translate that into sound. And so that happens through a sound engine. It's all in code.
Then they have to make the sound audible, so it's put through an amplifier and a speaker. And the aim is to make that entire process simple and automatic.
I see you've got little numbers on here.
The numbers correspond to the scale. And so the first note in the scale is the 1,
Okay.
and then the octave is the 8. And so the notes in between are every note in that scale. So you're never gonna play a wrong note, and the different parts play together in harmonious ways. Shake, and then
If it's not already blowing your mind, check this out.
I'll start a new beat. The looper starts, it has what's called a metronome, and that helps you keep time. And when I press the A button in the middle, that closes the loop and lets it repeat.
It was time to generate a jam, arrange an Orba orchestral movement, if you will.
That's bananas. You just made a song.
Yeah, so we'll do something together here. Okay, so I'll start with a beat.
Okay. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting.
You're doing it.
So
You're doing
exciting.
it. A snare, some hi-hats, some toms. And now I'll switch over to bass. You want to play along in chords?
Sure.
Nice.
Normal day in the office.
This is what we do all day.
Yeah. Do you ever look over and you see people working with you just...
Yeah, it's just testing. You gotta make music all day.
So